Good morning and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this fine day, the 27th of February. Yep, it's getting close to the money-making time for Celtic. It's getting that time of the season where Brendan Rodgers says, it's Celtic time. 55 is on its way. 55 is on its way, and it doesn't matter what they do across the city. It's all down to if Celtic win the remaining games, they will win the league. It's as simple as that. When you look at the games that are coming up, you have St Mirren on the 1st of March. Yep, St Mirren away to St Mirren, and that's always a difficult game, but I'm sure Celtic will have enough to get over the line because the finishing line is in sight for Celtic. Then we head back to Celtic Park for the Scottish Cup. Yes, a game that will see us, if we win that, will see us on the road to potentially a treble. Another treble. Another one. Trebles shouldn't be taken lightly, and I know that some Celtic fans have had more trebles than Rangers have been successful for just in a lifetime. And Celtic, I think the modern day Celtic fan can say that they've been blessed with trebles. Starting off with Brendan Rodgers a few years back, it has just been a roller coaster of a ride in the last 15 years, 10 years even. The amount of trebles that we've won in the last 10 years has been unbelievable. And it's never an easy task to win the treble. People will say, oh, it's easy in Scotland. Well, it's not. You've got to play the games and you've got to win. Brendan Rodgers has seen off many Sevco managers, and many other clubs have seen off managers that just haven't been able to get anywhere near Celtic. After the Hibernian game in the Scottish Cup, which can potentially see us on the road to another treble, we come back to Celtic Park and we face the Sevco, the Rangers. These are Central European times, so don't get too carried away the fact that the times may be wrong for Celtic Park. As a Central European time, the Celtic take on Rangers at Celtic Park, knowing that wee Barry Ferguson will be in town and trying to motivate his team to overcome the odds and beat Celtic. I don't think it will happen. And then we head to Hearts. Yes, there's only one time a season that Hearts seem to get up for a game. They seem to give a bye to Sevconians on a regular basis. But when Celtic come calling to town, they seem to up their game. Celtic win at Hearts coming up to on the 29th of March, and then we head into the next game. Yes, the final game, the final couple of games before the split. We head into April when we've got St Johnstone away. Now, if there's any slip up at all, we could potentially win the league at St Johnstone. It may be mathematically almost done at that point, but I think the majority of Celtic fans will want to do it at home to Kilmarnock. I said a couple of weeks ago, it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, that I think that we would do it at home to Kilmarnock. Due to the fact, when you look over the years, we've won it down at Rugby Park many times against Kilmarnock over the years, and it's been a big crowd at Kilmarnock. Now that they've reduced the capacity to Celtic fans and they wouldn't give us all, it'll be good to repay them. Good to repay Derek McInnes, who didn't live up to expectations last night, but it'll be good to repay the favour and win the league on our own turf. That is the game that Celtic could potentially win the league, and it will be mathematically impossible unless there's any changes to what may happen. Obviously, if they lose, can you really see Celtic dropping any points between now and the Kilmarnock game? Hearts away, St Mirren away, St Johnstone, Hearts at home, St Johnstone away. St Johnstone's away is always a tricky game, but we should be able to get that one over the line. And then when you look at the games before, you'll see, I think the trickiest one would have to be St Mirren. St Mirren always put up a good fight, but I think Celtic will be too strong. Now, with that being said, Callum McGregor reached a milestone. Callum McGregor, and that's the team from the other night, and I think that's going to be the team for most of the games towards between now and the end of the season. 55 is a massive chance for Celtic to lay down a marker. It is an undefeated, uncheated 55. It's not one that's been made up. Callum McGregor has been paramount with everything that he's done for Celtic over the last 11 years. Callum McGregor is captain. We'll be looking to make sure that he gets his hand on his own treble and another treble. And Callum is a player who's came through, has scored 50 goals for Celtic. I think he's now scored more goals than Scott Brown. Is Callum McGregor a bigger legend? And here's one for you this morning. Is Callum McGregor a bigger legend than Scott Brown? And you're going to say, whoa, wait a minute, it's the Bruni. Bruni's done 9 in a row. And he was a leader, a legend. He was a living legend. But what Callum McGregor has brought to Celtic, and his consistency over the last 11 years, you've got to say that when Scott Brown decided to hang up his boots at Celtic and move to Aberdeen, there was only ever one player in the squad, there was only ever one player in the team that could potentially take up that captaincy, and it was Callum McGregor. I think Callum McGregor is a player that gets a lot of stick, but he's a player that knows us through and through. You know, he is one of us. And it's absolutely fantastic to see young Jude Bonner come through the system and potentially be the next player to go on and reach those dizzy heights. He's a player that's been at the club since he was 7-year-old, a bit like Callum McGregor and James Forrest, who was at the club from such a young age. And it's those type of players that really, really want to play for Celtic. He's living the dream. You know, he comes across as one of these guys that may stay at Celtic for a long time. Now, we can all sit with our heads in our hands and go, no, don't say that, man, because we all know that there's been many youth players have left Celtic to chase the cash. And let's face it, they've been ill-advised by their agents. I just hope that Jude Bonner does stay at Celtic and he goes on to become the next legend in our midfield. Callum McGregor has brought that consistency. Can young Jude Bonner do it? 50 goals, 50 league goals in the bag for McGregor. And the majority of them, you've got to say, have been from outside the box. So tell me in the comment section, do you think that Callum McGregor is a bigger legend? And this is going to get everyone up in arms, isn't it? It's going to get everyone up in arms. And where would you rather win the league? Would you rather win the league at home to Kilmarnock, or would you rather get it done sooner? Would you rather try and win it away to Hearts? It's always good to win. I think we've won it away to Hearts once, haven't we? And St Johnstone, no, it's at home to Hearts, at home to Hearts. We could win it at home to Hearts, potentially, but they would need to lose a couple of games, and I can't see that happening. Away to St Johnstone is the most likely scenario, but Kilmarnock at home will make it mathematically impossible for us to lose the league. That is the one, that is the big one, Kilmarnock at home. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure that you join me tonight, 8 p.m, Celtic part-time, where we can talk about the game this weekend. Yeah, we seem to have the games coming a little bit slower now, which is good from a financial point of view. But St Mirren on a Saturday night, a few people will be tanked up. The songs will be on course in that away stadium, and it's always a good game at St Mirren. And then we start getting weekly games. Yeah, there's no more midweek games. It is back down to just a weekly games. That will give Brendan Rodgers and the players some well-earned rest time, because let's face it, since the beginning of December, I'd even say November, it's been a hectic schedule of football. It has been consistently 3 games a week, which is unbelievable to think that we're still performing the way that we are. The team has played absolutely brilliant this season. Some of the players that have stood up to the mark this season that could potentially become the stars of next season, and I'm going to say it, I think Yang has been most improved this season. We always look at this point of the season, you start to think about who's most improved. A couple of years ago, it was Liam Scales who was most improved. You've got to say that Yang has improved as a player. He's not getting the game time that Liam Scales got in the year that he was most improved, but from a football perspective, Yang's one to watch out for next season. He's definitely one to watch out for next season. But that's a long way off. We've got a title to win, and 55 is incoming. And on that note, have an absolutely fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.